4 losses now in ACC play. Duke has the tiebreaker over Florida State, which is the reason why Duke controls its own destiny, is Alex O'Connell's able to get out and finish it. Do their best to take advantage of them, and it's Justin Robinson's turn to be the leader on the floor for the Blue Devils and give them some energy they didn't have earlier. Big response there by the Demon Deacons to extend the lead back to 4.
Muses with a great pass moments ago, trapped underneath the basket, somehow got it free.
Nice kick.
Kick out for O'Connell. Yes! All net from 3. A 52% foul shooter makes both of them.
Huge free throws for Isaiah Muses stepping up. His dad, Matt, is at home saying, take that, Corey.
O'Connell draining a 3.
Same thing with the Hokies. And so, you know, we've talked about them and 3 opportunities to win a triple overtime game on their home court, but yet unable to do it, and they lost to a much more veteran Miami Hurricanes.
O'Connell goes for the slam. He flushes it down.
And deal with that adversity on the fly.
Sometimes those lessons you learn in February really pay off in March and April, and a slam by O'Connell after the second half of the overtime in that epic victory. After 2 here by O'Connell coming off the bench. Laurier will make the pass and right down the lane. O'Connell for 2.
He had to get a strong game from his perimeter people, and it wasn't there.
O'Connell, quick trigger from the
Oh, here it is.
Fluker can't finish.
Tough night for the Irish, man. It's a tough.
Jones to O'Connell.
I'm going to tell you a game to watch tonight. You're going to give. I'm not going to laugh when I say, oh, look at the strip right here.
Alex O'Connell with a takeaway and a finger roll.
Nice play by O'Connell. More meaningful in terms of a must-win for Michigan State if winning the Big Ten is on their agenda. Because they lose this game today, then they're in trouble for winning the Big Ten. Hey, I always tell you the interesting matchup tonight. Nobody else say, oh, that'll be a blowout. Oh, really? Tonight? Oh, look at it. They do anything they want. Better, one player says to the next. They strip the ball.
Another steal.
Oh, it's been ugly.
There's another one.
It's been ugly.
And Miami. Both of those wins. Florida State's won 3 in a row. 13 out of 14. Balsha Koprivica, his first shot wouldn't fall from close range. Good ball movement by Duke. Joey Baker got some help from Alex O'Connell. First half, we did the cut in with Kevin and LaFonso about don't lean so heavily on the outside shots that you forget about Vernon Carey. Carey's taken 4 shots in the game.
Well, the problem is he's being guarded by long defenders, and it's hard to see him in there because the pressure on the ball has been so good.
Carey's 2 out of 4. He hasn't scored in the second half. Out a big Monday, and the response by Raekwon Evans, junior from Billings, Montana, who was transferred in from North Idaho College, first year playing for the Noles.
The last 3 games he's played even better than he did before. Wide open shot.
You know, it's without fair. But that's one of the reasons you don't want to throw it to a center that far away from the basket on the break.
O'Connell knocks down a... Anthony's still going. And that might be one that the Heels wish they had back. Tough shot. With 2 minutes to go, and O'Connell comes down and rattles home.
I tell you what, Dougie Fresh, I know that they're tearing the roof off the dome. But if Elijah Hughes had made that shot, they may have had to stop construction to repair it here tonight, as Hughes is doing.
Inside to Hurt. Back out front, Jones with a clean 3. White had it for a moment. Now O'Connell for 3. Tough pass. Gerard tries to gather, has to put it up. And there is that stifling Duke defense leading to the O'Connell throwdown. His game has evolved so much this year. If he'd gone straight to pro basketball, he wouldn't have had this sort of development, would he?
He wouldn't have had this sort of development, but the way that he played in high school, to be completely honest, is more so how he's going to play in the NBA.
Sure.
Because, you know, when you look at it, and a great example is Alex O'Connell continues to stay.
David's done, and he and his wife, and raising their children. His other son played a little football in Notre Dame.
Yes, he did.
And was the president of the senior class.
And, student body president during his final year at South Bend. It's Alex O'Connell. Now scores, so he is maker and then got caught up in it and all those types of things. But they're going to be some severe consequences, and rightfully so. And Connell's hit a couple late here.
On his left. The bottom line is he epitomizes the family concept. He's just a terrific humanitarian, great person. It's one of two players in my 40 years that I got up and gave a standing ovation when he played and fouled out of the game.
Jamison can't get it to go down. Rebound, Alex O'Connell. Perry saves it. What a cut! What a pass! Dogs going too quick. Taken away by Goldwire. Numbers for Duke, and O'Connell will get the slam.
To this game with only 10 assists on the season, and that's his first one today, and he'd had another one if Banks could have caught the ball, so he's doing a great job passing the ball early.
Drawing a double team, finding the cutting Cole. The bigs getting involved for Georgia Tech. Much needed bucket there for
Georgia Tech in that matchup zone again. It looks like a 1-3-1, but then they go and they play. The defense morphs into whatever the offense is doing.
What's the key about attacking that zone if they mix it up so often?
You've got to get the ball inside the zone. You can't attack it just by playing on the perimeter.
Kick to O'Connell.
And that's what I mean. You don't have, but Jeff Capel's got that Pitt team on the rise.
The steal. O'Connell!
And that's an example where Wright just forced that play, but because he drew so many defenders to him, nobody was available to block out Banks.
Georgia Tech hanging around here for the first 5.5 of this second half. Baseline J is good.
Great basketball game of the Big Ten.
Goldwire. Misses the three. Javin DeLaurier with the offensive rebound for the Blue Devils. O'Connell with a floater. And Duke's put up.
Take it away. Boy, Miami has gotten off to a great start, which they needed.
Miami 9-3 on the season, 1-1 in league play. They've won 5 in a row. They've got wins on the road at Illinois.
I think that's his 7th assist, and he doesn't have a turnover to his name this evening. Trey Jones coming back to lineup. Watch him work. Watch him work.
Here's Jones and O'Connell.
Watch him work. Absolutely, but Duke knew that they need to key in on him, take away what he does, and put pressure on these other guys who just aren't go-to consistent scorers. It's been a long evening.
O'Connell knocks down.
Left foot sprain. I think basically what you're saying was hashtag would likely be playing if this was conference play.
No question. No question, which makes you think all the more if there are no setbacks, he will almost certainly play against Boston College next time out on New Year's Eve.
Long two for O'Connell.
Good for the most part. You know you don't have an answer physically for Vernon Carey. Not many people do.
O'Connell again with a long two. He's starting to heat up. So we'll get you to the Memphis UNO game at the bottom of the hour when we wrap up here at Cameron Indoor. Duke with a basketball leading 55-46 over a pesky Brown Bears team that comes in with a 5-5 record, playing for the first time since a loss at St. John's 18 days ago in a game that Brown easily could have won. They had a breakaway dunk that would have cut the game to 2 late against the Johnnies. That just kind of deflated them. And what do you know, O'Connell? Just over 4 minutes remaining. O'Connell pulls the trigger. Give him 3 more.
People, but I think they got it for sure.
Well, we think you've got it, and we can't thank you enough for all that you do. Thank you for really making a difference in our world, and thank you for joining us here tonight, Elijah.
Thank you so much.
That is Elijah Lee, just a Hope High School graduate. His varsity basketball coach, Pat Abney, going to bring the players from this year's Pope team to Kennesaw State this Sunday. A chance to see the Wofford Terriers in action.
Wow, that's special, and they'll be proud, too, of how hard this team both prepares and how hard they play.
Shot clock at 3. O'Connell on the turnaround. Lob it underneath DeLaurier wasn't ready for it, but finds O'Connell for three.
Disrespect for number 50 in white out there.
Well, as mentioned, after this game, the Duke players will head to their respective homes for the Christmas break. They will be back on campus on the 26th for an 11:30 a.m. tip-off against Brown on the 28th, which you can see here on ESPN2. And then before you know it, it's all ACC play.
Unreal. Right back at it.
O'Connell.
And right now, you can tell the Blue Devils running in mud a little bit in this game, and the Hokies continue to keep their foot on the gas pedal. A kind bounce from understand the rules, and they're in for player safety.
Trey Jones and Wendell Moore have accounted for the Blue Devils' last 12 points. The lead is 11.
Vernon Carey Jr. back on the floor, and right now Duke going to use him like a great football team to use a running game. Play through him constantly, pushing the pace, running up and down the floor. But now with Carey Jr. back in the game, you see Trey Jones taking his time, milking the shot clock. They're not even getting involved into the offensive action until about 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
O'Connell made the last three, gets that one to fall too.
A couple of those, he and Harris are the guys who've really been attacking the basket and able to score despite pressure.
O'Connell off the window.
Mark Fox lost his top scorer, transferred to Ohio State. Justice Sewing averaged 14.
Oh, 6 rebounds. Look.
The close loss to Georgetown on Saturday.
And blocked by Matthew Hurt.
See, Jones just took that in, again, much too far.
O'Connell. Got it.
Oh, boy.
Does it.
Carey draws so much attention.
Boy, DeAndre Jones has been letting it fly early.
Well, interesting here, this Duke lineup to start the second half is the four freshmen and Alex O'Connell.
Seen it firsthand on this trip for Central Arkansas. They played in D.C. against Georgetown on Saturday. Before coming here, O'Connell the flush off the turnover. Nice take by McDaniel, the true freshman who Russ Pennell says has brought a new swagger and fearlessness to our team. O'Connell, quick release.
It's a young Colorado State team, but he's one of the older guys, a veteran, a redshirt senior, the transfer from Oral Roberts.
O'Connell down the lane with a finish. The Mountain West.
Well, their shooting windows are going to close much more quickly than they do in the Mountain West here tonight against Duke. They play a beeline influenced offense. They're going to put Carvaccio right now at that foul line and space players around him.
What a block by DeLaurier, but Roddy was there for the follow.
That was a great block by DeLaurier, and a nice job by Roddy following the play to clean it up.
O'Connell rising. You've been waiting for that. Nice baseline out of.
He's conducted his rotations. He gets down to 7 or 8 that he's comfortable with, but with more players available, maybe it'll be different this year throughout the course of the year. But my guess is it'll be trimmed down a little bit.
Christian Brown, a freshman from Burlington, Kansas, into the game for the Jayhawks. Nice save by Stanley. Penetration in the lay-in for O'Connell.
Again, in a good way.
Carey going right at Azubuike, and the follow by O'Connell. Abaji over the top. Good help there by Jones.
And that's where Azubuike, he had an opportunity there to tear the rim down. He brought the ball down. He's got to keep that higher. Kansas did a better job of spacing the floor to get him isolated.
And O'Connell knocks down a three. What a good